Our latest series at Meck, Reckless Love, has been a fascinating look at the life of the prophet Hosea and God's very unusual ask of him. If you missed this series so far, you can get caught up on Meck's YouTube or the Meck App. Yesterday, we talked about the good news that we have a God who feels things. Today, I want to talk more about our feelings, more specifically, our feelings about sin. I've been a Christian for a while now, and when I hear sin talked about a lot, it's easy to drown it out as white noise. I can often become numb to it. This is scary because that's when I start to downplay my sin. And when I do that, I find I'm less willing to resist temptation. The Bible warns us against this in the letter written by the Apostle Paul to the church in Ephesus. Here's what he says. With the Lord's authority, I say this. Live no longer as the Gentiles do, for they are hopelessly confused. Their minds are full of darkness. They wander far from the life God gives because they have closed their minds and hardened their hearts against Him. They have no sense of shame. They live for lustful pleasure and eagerly practice every kind of impurity. In other words, closing our minds to the impact of sin hardens our hearts and makes us more susceptible to sin. Like a downward spiral, maintaining a right perspective of sin reminds us of how costly it is and the fact that God paid the ultimate price, that we wouldn't be under the penalty of sin anymore. We need to stay on guard against an apathetic mindset towards our sin. It's destructive and deadly. It breaks God's heart, and it should break ours too. So take a quiet moment today and just reflect back on this past week. Were there times when you may have crept into the sin territory that you could take to God and ask for His forgiveness? Because He's there, ready and willing to give it.